YouTube always bringing up the rear, so to speak. I didn't even do a sound check on anybody.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I gotta play the music here.
You want to know how to find it.
Yeah, it's all right. Chad, let me hear you.
Testing 1, 2, 3. How's my sound level?
You sound fun. Jesse, can I hear you, please?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello.
One more time.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Funny story. Ha ha ha.
Okay. Thank you.
I didn't think it was that funny.
Yeah. Most people don't.
I think you're funny, honey.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome. But then again, I have to.
Yes.
You better.
No, number.
I've just learned you don't think I'm a good singer.
I think you're a very, very adequate singer.
I'm sure you sound excellent in the shower. Everyone sounds
No.
great in the shower.
No,
She
not
said-
in the shower. In the car. I'm a great singer in the car.
Aren't we all, though?
Oh, I annoy the shit out of my son in the car.
Okay. Welcome, everybody who's watching tonight's show. One Up Me. Best animal encounters. If you have had an encounter with a animal, reptile, or amphibian, you give us a call tonight. 808-468-7924. You win a prize, Chad.
Woohoo.
Thank you, Brett. Brett, I know you've had an encounter with an animal of some sort. Give us a call tonight. Let's hear from you. Winner tonight wins a 1-year free subscription. Not a prescription, but a subscription to Project GC. Right? What's that look for, Chad?
I was just reading Jim's comment there.
You were cutting out a little bit.
Me? No, you are, Jess.
Yeah, Jess is
Jesse, you're going
getting
by,
all.
not me. You're like, ark, ark, ark. No, she's gone. And she's gone.
She's frozen
Yep, you're frozen.
with a smirk.
I can hear you just
There
fine.
you go. Hi, there you are. Remember, Jesse, you got to take addresses tonight, by the way.
Okay.
Everybody wins a prize
I can do
tonight.
that.
Right. Let's remind you.
Alrighty.
Hello, everybody. Everybody give us a call tonight. One Up Me. Best animal encounters. If you have had an encounter with an animal, amphibian, reptile, you give us a call. 808-468-7924. Everybody wins a prize. You could win a 1-year subscription to Project GC free.
Woohoo.
Us. And who gave it to us? Stevens at Infinitum gave it to us. So,
Awesome. Thanks, Corey.
thank you, Corey. Time is it? All right, we're just about there. So give us a call, guys. Once we start the show, you give us a call. Oh, don't let Jessie sit there and knit, man. Keep her busy on the phone tonight.
You got to give me just a second. My kid forgot to fill up the fish tank, and I can hear it.
8:29. Can anybody else hear the fish tank? Wait, Chet. Shh.
I'm hurrying.
I can hear it barely. So that's when you unplug it and let the fish die and say, "Oops, you forgot to fill up the fish tank." So they died. But Mom,
Are you really filling up the fish tank right now? Can I start the show at least? All right, let's start the show, Chad. You ready?
I'm ready.
Jesse's filling the fish tank, guys, so we're going to start the show anyway. So we don't need her for the beginning. Oh, there's the alarm, too. It's time to go. All right, here we go. Make sure you're on. Let's push play. All right, here we go, Chad. In 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. I have Short and It's Man in the phones, and please welcome to my virtual left my co-host, Jazz 427.
Howdy, y'all. Have you had encounters with lions and tigers and bears? Oh my.
Oh my,
Then this is the show for you.
that's it. That's right, guys. Today's episode is episode 605, recorded live on March 4th, 2020, and it is the One Up Me Contest Best Animal Encounters. Phone lines are now open, guys, so you give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. Yeah, Chad, it's one of my favorite shows. It's the One Up Me Contest. Guys, phone lines are now open. Make Jesse work for it, not just don't let her sit there and knit. Give us a call. And let's hear it. Everybody wins a prize tonight. Compliments of practical geocaching. Everybody wins a prize. The first place person tonight wins a year subscription to Project GC. But anybody who calls, you call in, you're getting a prize. Compliments of practical geocaching. So thank you once again to them for giving us a prize. Not sure what it's going to be, though. We went back and forth on it, so I'm not sure what it is. But the fish tank is good. It sounds quiet. So Jesse had an animal encounter with the fish tank. Jesse, are you okay? You survived it okay?
Yeah.
You're the first story. Everything was okay with the fish tank?
Much quieter now.
Okay, good to hear. All right. So, guys, give us a call, or this show is going to be boring. 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. In the meantime, Chad, let's start the show off right. We got to talk about Patreon, Chad. Patreon, guys, costs so much money to make the show work. I talk about this every week. We have so much on the other side, on the other paywall. Jesse, the phone's ringing. There's 2 calls in the queue, and you're still.
There's
Hi.
3.
Hi,
Wait, I
good
have to
work.
finish this row.
Hi. I have to finish. And so, guys, if you can help us any way you can, tier start as low as $3. There's so much audio and video on the other side. We keep adding to it, so we appreciate it so much. A lot of fun stuff on the other side. That is patreon.com. That is patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
And tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com, LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Begone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group, with adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, then you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom designed shirt. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, by pattags.com. For all your swag and pat tag needs, visit our website to get creative help to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pat tags. With over 39,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pat tag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's BATHTAGS.com. People should know how to spell path tags.
You never know, Chad. Assume the worst. And as always, Chad, you can find these links to our sponsors on our website or where?
In our show notes.
In our show notes. Good job, Chad. You're getting the hang of that one now.
Yeah, I'm catching on to you.
Cranking right through that one now. Yeah. So the phone lines we are doing really good here. Jesse is taking phone calls galore here. The queue is filling up. So guys, give us a call. Hurry up. 808-468-7924. Come on. I already see. I got Chad, we already got Canada on the line going.
Canada.
Canada's on the line, but I got to get through the emails here. So Canada's got to hopefully hold here. Guys, give us a call. We got 12 spots open tonight. So you can call us and you can hear the show while you are listening on hold too. So don't be afraid to call in. So Chad, we got some emails here.
I got mail. Yay!
Yay.
I got mail.
Yay. So Chad,
Mm-hmm.
this is from Molly Malone. She goes, hi, Scott, Chad, and Jesse. I am back in Sweden. She's from Sweden, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
After a great week in Florida. Remember she emailed us about
Yeah.
about the things the things that could bite you in Florida and hurt you. A big thank you to the shout out on your podcast and the tips. We hadn't had any problems with snakes, alligators, or any other poisonous or dangerous flora or fauna. Look at that.
That's good.
That's good words right there. We managed an event on our second day, King's new birthday, at a coffee shop. We met a great bunch of cachers who told us some amazing caching stories and gave us tips on places of interest off the beaten track. And that's the best part about geocachers.
Mhm.
It does fantastic tips on where to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. That's why Jesse and I love to have an event when we go out of town, because we meet the locals and they tell you, have you gone here yet? And you're like, no. They're like, oh,
Oh, you got to go.
you got to go to this one. You got to go to that one. You got to go to this one. There's so much to do there and so many caches to find, which means we'll have to come back sometime. Jesse, oh, she's on the phone. She's totally caught up in queue here. When I first heard Jesse's nickname, I thought it was Shorty Knits. That's Shorty Nits. Like lice, like
Yeah,
Shorty
no.
Lice. That's going to be her caching name. I thought it was a bit odd, I must say, but then I heard you said you signed the log SK, and then the penny dropped. So then she figured it out. It's Knits.
Awesome.
Yes. So Jesse's currently knee deep in the queue right now. So thank you, Maya Malone. Glad you had a great time in Florida. We always do when we go. We always have fun. Next up, Chad, GSM times 2. Scott says,
The other Scott.
yes, the other Scott. That's what he says. The same thing about me. I'm the other Scott to him. You asked for someone to defend removing favorite points from archived geocaches. At some point, I will need to consider doing this. Here is my defense. So here, Chad, here's the other side of the coin here.
Mm-hmm.
I always love. I'm always a good, devil's advocate kind of a guy. I love playing that. The day that Groundspeak initiated the favorite point system, I received about 825 favorite points. Since then, I have earned more than 1,500 additional points. However, my current favorite count is around 135. So clearly, at some point in the not too distant future, I'm going to run out, especially since I'm looking for quality over quantity. When I'm faced with a decision to remove a favorite point from an archived geocache so I can award a favorite point to a favor-worthy geocache I just found, did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
I will delete a favorite point from an archived geocache using some yet-to-be-determined criteria that I feel will be fair.
Like it was just a crap cache, so I'm gonna. No, Scott wouldn't do that. And I know I've done at least a couple of caches where with him that he has favorited. So
really,
well, I'm sure he's favorited because I favorited them.
He says, do I care that someone's badge gen score might go up or down? Nope, not at all. I care that I can give the geocache I just found my recognition that I appreciate the effort that the CEO put into creating a favorite-worthy geocache. Hey, man, I respect that. Chad?
Yeah.
What's on that?
I play it as you see it's fit. I don't have a problem with it. It could possibly mess up a little bit of badge gen, but badge gen is really, that's really the low stuff anyways. It's not messing it. It's not really messing with the DT grid, not messing with something that probably should be within a challenge.
Right. Oh, we got Bill Anderson is in the saying, is there another number? This one keeps saying it's busy. 808 He's got the wrong number. 808-468-7924. Look, it's right here, Bill.
Come on, A team, get with it.
Here. It's literally right here. There's the number. You're calling the wrong number, Bill.
So I got an FTF with shared an FTF with him this weekend.
With who?
A team, Bill.
Oh, sweet. Bill, come on, man. Let's join the club. So I totally respect you sometimes too on that. Yeah, I don't disagree with that in any way. Next up, Chad, one more from VSSJ says, this is in reference to, remember last week we talked about me finding the ammo can in the ditch,
Mm-hmm.
piece of wood over the ammo can. And I said, is that was that legal or not legal? It was an iffy, it was a, kind of a touchy subject. So she says, I'm guessing the ammo can in a hole took some digging, as there is no way they found the perfect hole for that. And digging the hide is against the rules. Is it against the rules, or is it only against the rules to cover it up? Chad, do you have any idea?
I believe
I know Ian would know.
technically digging is against the rules. Now there could be a hole that is bigger than it, and filling in the sides and packing it down would not be against the rules.
So she ends.
So you can actually make a perfect hole from an imperfect hole.
I love how she ends it. She ends it with, typically I'm a rule bender, but I don't go looking for buried caches, so I don't do it. Yeah, typically she's a rule bender. Yeah. You know what? Trust me, I was very aggravated when I found it, because I literally walked on it 100 times easy, going back and forth.
I mean, I found is it much more different than a cache that's literally hidden under a sidewalk where you got a little bit of washout there.
Right.
I mean, you're not literally covering it with earth, so that you have to dig earth to get to it. It's like, yeah, okay, you have to pick up a piece of bark.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Jesse, welcome back.
Thanks. I was busy there.
All right, it's time to take some calls, guys. We're in the show, so this is how it's going to work. As always, with the One Up Me shows, we're going to take all the phone calls we could take. Hey, you got a story about meeting an animal, funny, scary, bad, good, whatever. You give us a call, 808-468-7924, 808 got swag. I want to hear your story, and guess what? You win a prize. The best story decided by us three are the ones, and you guys get a vote too, is gonna get a year subscription to Project GC, and everybody else gets a prize. Gets a little prize.
And this time, I'm going to take a little bit of notes, because by the end of the call, it's like there's been so many great ones. It's like I've been forgetting some of them.
All right, so let's start this out here. We got to start it out here. We're gonna start out. I got to pull in Canada here. I know that there was calls before Canada, but hey, guys, cut him some slack. He's calling from Canada. So I have got Geocacher Ken. Hello, sir, Canada.
Hello.
How's it going, eh?
That's pretty good. How's you?
Doing well. Manitoba, huh?
Good. Yes.
Nice.
Great White North.
Sure. Nice. Winnipeg. I've been to Winnipeg. I enjoyed it immensely. So I enjoyed your
Well, that's good.
your city. What do you got for me tonight?
Well, three quick ones.
Okay.
4.5 years ago, I was caching in the northern part of North Dakota, and one cache was actually in a cemetery. It's opposite corner of where I parked. I make it over to these little clump of trees. I see a huge container in amongst trees. Like, oh, this is awesome. Get a little bit closer. I see looks like there's no lid on it, a fuzzy blanket. Like, okay, this is interesting. But instead of barging through the trees, I figure out there's got to be a clear way of getting to the cache. So I get there. Yep, there's this big container. It's a fuzzy blanket. Something else in there. Looks like the markings of a cat. And I look, yep, sure enough, it's a cat. And that's dead. And I'm in a cemetery. Like, oh, this is not good. So of course, my first thought is Stephen King's Pet Cemetery. And so I'm like, okay, please, cat, don't raise your head and hiss at me, because I'll be back in Canada in a heartbeat. And the cache is like 3 feet on the branch hanging from this cat. So I got to go sign the log. I forget my pen in the car. Got to go back to the car, grab the pen, and have to go back to this spot again. So sign it, get the heck out of there. Second one, again, North Dakota, last year, heading down to their camping and caching event.
Mhm.
I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Geocaching Janji, the blogger.
Sure.
She's got, I'm actually in her home turf. I'm going for one of her caches. It's at a train locomotive on display.
Mhm.
Nice little fence around the train. I get there, there's something on the ground. I look, yeah, it's a dead cat. I'm messaging Angie. Like, yeah, Angie, what's up? What's going on here? So, no, cache is on the other side of the train. So I managed to get that one. So that's good. And my last one.
Wait, hold on before your last story.
Okay.
Hold on, really quick. I want to say, Pennsylvania, you are next on the call, so don't get off because he's got to go to work. So I'm not trying to rush you at all. I'm just trying Pennsylvania. You are next, so don't go anywhere. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. And okay, so my last one, I'm trying to make this quick.
Uh-huh.
It's a little bit closer to home. I'm outside the city. There are two highways meet up. There's a cache in the field there somewhere. I'm walking through the tall grass. I hear this honk. I look up. There's a Canada goose standing tall, wings spread, looking defiant, and not too happy. I'm very close by.
Oh, Canada geese. Yeah,
So
they're,
I'm like,
they're
oh, this is-
nasty mothers. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why they're called Canada geese because they're definitely not friendly like the rest of us Canadians.
Aren't they the Canadian Air Force, right? Isn't that what you guys call them? Or is that what we call them?
And we have them. They come down here, so I mean, it's not like they're always in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, so continue. Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, so I start kind of assessing the situation, kind of moving off to the left, but not going towards this goose. And I hear another honk. I look to my left, and here comes it's me, running through the tall grass. All I see is his head with his beak wide open, looking rather pissed.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. So I turn around, start heading back to my car, and then this charging goose to my right now. I look to my right, it's now in the air, flying towards me. Like, okay, yeah, I better pick up the pace a little bit. I'm trekking along. I keep checking, make sure where this goose is, and it lands. It's still chasing me, but I managed to get far enough that I gave up. And I never did go back to find that cache.
No, I've had that before. I've had a goose hiss at me. Jesse, remember that one time that goose gave me a hard time
Oh yeah.
on that trail?
Yeah, definitely. They are not nice.
Yeah.
I actually had one here try to chase me off when I was trying to place one of my caches.
Ken, that's awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. I love a good Canadian goose story.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for calling in. Hey, how's Canada? Is it warm or cold up there?
It's snowing right now.
That's why I don't live in Canada. This is why. You know, I'd rather deal with Trump than
Well, we
snow.
do snow.
Oh,
Snowfall
No.
advisory right now.
Disagree.
All right, Ken. Thank you
Get a
so
little bit of a
much.
winter storm up there.
Thank you so much for calling in and waiting on hold. I appreciate it. I know it costs more.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, Chad, we got to bring in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, the Trucks crew. Hello, Trucks crew. Are you still there?
Hey, we're still here.
Okay, good. I know you got to be somewhere. So, what's your story? You got a story?
Plenty of time.
Okay.
Doing well. Okay, real quick, get into the story. We were doing some cache maintenance. We have a trail of caches through some state game lands here in Pennsylvania, and it's early spring. No snow's just gone, nice and wet, muddy. And as we're walking through, we hear this weird sound. Now, we're not too far from a dairy farm. So I'm like, it's a weird sound for cows, but all right. I get to the cache that we're getting to, and I happen to hear almost like a barking sound, not like a dog, but kind of a weird sound. And we're listening, we're looking, and I happen to look up about 100 feet away, up about 40 feet up a tree, was the biggest black bear I've seen in Pennsylvania. I don't see many black bears.
In
This was a big
tree?
one.
It was in the tree?
It was up in the tree. Yeah, it kind of took us a little bit by surprise. We took our two little dogs and decided, hey, we're done doing cache maintenance today. We'll come back at another time.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. And
Yeah.
did he even see you?
I think that's why he was woofing at us, because we had the two
Yeah.
small dogs. I think he thought, hey, that looks like dinner.
Oh.
But yeah, other than that, we've had a couple other run-ins with bears, but that's the one that kind of, we had a bear tail us down through a trail one time, but that wasn't nearly so close.
I don't like bears.
Or took us by surprise as much as that one did.
Yeah, I bet. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, sir, for sharing that with us. Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for a great show. Enjoy it. Listen as often as I can.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Call in, man. We love to hear these kind of stories. So call in. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, bye bye.
Hey, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Just did I see my show was on and he hung up? Did I? do
Yeah, I
that?
don't know what happened.
I'm calling him back. Let's see. I've never done this before in my life. Let's see what happens. I'm
First
calling
for
him.
everything.
I'm calling him. Let's see what happens. I don't even know how does this work. It's not ringing. Hello. Hello.
Craig speaking.
Why are you hanging up on me?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you don't hang up on my show. I'm gonna call you back.
I didn't
you
hang up on your
me.
show, mate.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
terminated-
called me back.
I called you back. You don't hang up on me.
No, I didn't. Problem with these American phones, mate. That's what it is.
How you doing? You know,
Am I convincing or what?
you know, it's funny. I was going to mention this, but the show is just so busy tonight. But I just got this
Yeah.
in the mail. This just came in the mail.
Yeah.
Are you
Awesome.
looking at the screen right now, or are you in front of the screen right now?
Oh no, I'm not even looking at the screen. Look at
Yeah, that's
that.
you sent this
I'm
to
being
me.
honest with you. What did you get in the mail?
This from something from
I'm looking
you.
at the screen now.
Look, from you. Look, a geocaching down under trackable thing.
Oh yes, yes.
You sent this probably like 4 months
There
ago.
you
sent
go.
this to me.
Yeah.
I got here by boat.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, mate. That's what happens. I mean, I get over here a little bit quicker. It takes me like 30 hours to get here.
Well,
By plane.
you literally like you sent that when you were still. If I'm understanding correctly, are you now in the States forever or like on a visa?
No. No, I'm only over here visiting family and friends.
Oh,
Or new family, new friends.
right.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you coming to Chicago
Yeah. When?
anytime while you're in the States?
Not this time, no, because I'm leaving on Friday.
Oh, okay.
You see, so I can't make it this time.
I'm glad it's a
I was
local
only here
call.
for 2 weeks. That's it.
I'm glad it's a local call rather than an Australian call, which you've done before. So I'm glad it's just a local.
Well,
More or less.
exactly, and that's what I thought too. I thought, well, finally I can call up local and be on local time. It feels really strange because it's like 9:30 p.m. over here.
I know. Don't you
Yeah.
watch me at like lunchtime? Don't you? It's
Yeah,
weird.
or you see you on being in tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Usually tomorrow. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
So,
I'm not tomorrow anymore. I'm same day.
so yeah, so
you
here's
go.
the situation, Chad. When he was still in Australia, I doing his show, obviously, I
Mhm.
saw it because I saw I was just about to go to work, and I saw an email for patrons, if I remember correctly, right, Chad? Because not Chad.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
it was
patrons only, mate. Patrons
a
only.
patrons only thing saying, who do you think? Take a guess who my next guest is. And so I'm like, I just sent a quick email, Land Monkey, and I just sent it off, and I won.
Yeah, you sure did, mate.
And he was
you
probably
didn't have
like-
any inside information.
How pissed were you that like an American won it?
No, I was more happy that you won than some of the other Patreons. But anyway, we won't tell them that, will we? No.
Literally a guess. I'm like Land Monkey. So
Yep. No, very good guess. Yeah, he's coming on the show. Next week.
yeah, next week for the right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yes,
well,
exactly.
so tell me your story now that I've got you on the phone.
All right. I'll be nice and quick because you got other callers as well.
Yes, we
But
do.
obviously down in Australia we've got like what is it? 19 of the most 20 deadliest snakes in the world, right? Which is not a problem. They don't normally sort of worry me at all.
That doesn't make you more of a
Where I
man than
am
me,
geocaching
It
on
doesn't make you more of a man than me.
Well, mind you, you're closer to the ground than what I am. God, I've seen how tall you are. So here I am. I'm by myself. I'm geocaching by myself. I've got no cell phone, reception because I'm in the middle of Australia. It was New Year's Eve. Anyway, and back then it was hot because it was summer for us, you see.
Mhm.
And so I'm caching away. We call them songs, but it's not the same song that you are. I'm talking about the footwear.
I
songs,
certainly
you know
hope
what I mean?
not.
Yeah. So I'm catching those as well. And when you tread through grass, you got to make sure you stamp your feet a little bit because there's any slipperies around. They'll slither off. Not a problem.
Right.
Well, I go to the cache, not a problem. Sign the log, and it was my own fault. I was nonchalantly just walking back out, and I actually felt something under my foot move. And as I pulled my foot back, well, this snake actually struck at me.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll be missing my leg, and I looked and went, oh, and it was a tiger snake, which is the third most deadly snake in the world.
so you would have been dead,
Well,
basically.
Yeah. With it, not soon after, if it had have actually connected. So
Oh god.
I thought I'd call it a day from there. I went home instead. So
Yeah, smart move there. That's so gross, man. That's so freaky.
I still got a photo of the little fella because he slithered out onto the road.
You
because
took a
it's nice and
picture
warm.
of him?
So
You took
yeah, I
a
took a picture of him. I mean, like, I wonder what I stood on him, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? It's not his fault.
I guess, yeah.
Some big bullhead, Bigfoot geocacher comes walking through the bush. They're not to blame. I only got myself to blame, mate.
All right, Tiger Snake.
So
that
was my little,
okay. For the record,
my
I
little
probably,
close
I,
story.
I literally probably would have died. Just out of kids, I literally probably would have died.
What, is it heart attack or if it
Yeah,
had
literally a
eaten?
heart attack. Yeah. I would have been dead. The snake would have. the snake, my heart would have killed me, not the snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, mate, it's not that bad in Australia. Like it was my own fault. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but like we have like garter,
shit happens,
we have
yeah,
garter
that's the thing,
snakes,
so.
and we have garter snakes, and I run like a woman, and screaming at the top of my lungs.
really,
Oh my god, yes, I hate
but the
them.
thing is, that you guys over here, you've got bears and you've got coyotes,
No
panthers
snakes.
and all these
No,
other things that
anything,
would actually.
Well,
anything that could move without feet is creepy as hell. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Where you live, there aren't any. Well, I guess there's
Me? You talking about me?
yeah, there's not very many poisonous snakes where I've lived.
Nothing.
There's been plenty of poisonous snakes.
Nothing will kill me in the woods. It's the urban hides that will kill me. The
Yeah.
woodsy hides, nothing will kill me. No. I have a better chance of dying
Yeah.
with the urbans. So, Craig, always a pleasure.
Well,
being
everyone
from
does, actually. Let's be honest. So.
you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Scott. Enjoy your little trackable, mate. Enjoy that.
I will put it up.
And I'm
Maybe
sure I'll see you around anyway.
I'll put a koala bear or something on it, and I'll send it out into the world.
Yeah, but koalas aren't bears. Remember that. They're a koala. They're not a bear.
Oh my god! Did I insult you?
Everyone says koala
I
bears. They're not koala
apologize.
bears. They're just koalas.
Okay. And how's your country doing, by the way? Really quick. Is it?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Now it's in floods, and now it's in a panic with coronavirus, and everyone's buying up toilet paper.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Toilet paper.
It's strange.
Okay.
You have a look at the news. You Google toilet paper pandemic in Australia, and you'll see all their shelves of toilet paper.
Craig, always a pleasure when you call. Give us a call when you move
Thanks,
to the
mate.
States. When you move into the States, do you know? Is there an official date?
Ask Donald Trump. He's the one that's got my visa ready to
that
go.
sucks. All right. We'll talk
Remember?
soon. We'll talk
So
soon.
so the Australians when they're worried about being quarantined and stuff, instead of rushing out to get food, they rush out to get toilet paper.
Well, yeah, they're Australian.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're Australian.
Awesome.
Baked beans and toilet paper. That's the main two things that they're buying up.
Always a pleasure
I think
to
they
hear
go
from you,
hand in hand.
Craig. Always a pleasure. We'll talk soon.
Thanks. Thanks, Scott. See you, mate. Bye.
All right, Chad, let's bring in poor shaved Ewok with the greatest caching name ever. Has been on hold for 26 minutes. Shaved Ewok, you owe me a path tag.
I got it for you. I'll give it to you when you show up at Midwest GeoBash this year.
You sure? Save me one.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I got one left for you.
You got a story for me?
Yeah, this happened, I think it was about 7 years ago.
Mhm.
I had a job back then where I had about a half-hour drive from home. So I did a lot of caching going back and forth, and there was a series of caches hidden in these woods at some land that a church owned. So I planned on getting them all out in one day. I was like, I'll get them after work.
Mhm.
So park in the back of the parking lot, no one's there. I go out and I find the first couple, no problem at all. I'm looking for the last one, and I start hearing some rustling. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, maybe some other cachers, or the cache owner on his page had mentioned that church people like to hike back in there sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking across this low-lying swamp area with a bunch of that skunk cabbage, and I see 3 does come running out, and they see me and they stop, and they're staring. They're like about 40 yards away or so. So I'm just chilling, watching them, and all of a sudden they, make that terrible screeching noise they make when they're spooked,
Mm-hmm.
and they bolt. And so now I'm like, all right, cool, who's coming now? And that's when I saw the 3 biggest coyotes I've ever seen in my life. And they saw me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily at the time, right next to where I was standing was one of the church members hunted back there. He left his tree stand up. So I decided to inspect the top of that tree stand for a little bit.
Mhm.
So I climbed the top of this tree stand and sitting up there for about, I'd say 20 minutes, having a cigarette, watching these coyotes circle around the tree before I finally realized that, oh yeah, I have my CCW permit and I always carry when I'm hunting or I'm caching alone. So I'm sitting there waiting. My head's like, all right, do I want to pop a warning shot to scare them away? What's the legality of this? And then finally I was like, all right, well, sun's starting to set. I need to just do this.
Right. Sure.
So I pop a shot in the ground near the largest one. They scatter. I hurry down the tree stand. I grab like the biggest tree branch I can find, and I proceed to give up on the cache and come walking out of the woods. So I had a pretty good hike out of the woods still. So I'm walking with my gun in one hand and a giant branch in the other on the ridge line. And the whole time I'm walking out, I look over my shoulder and two of them are following me.
Yeah.
Probably about 50, 60 yards behind me.
Yeah.
And then the biggest one is right below me on the ridge line. He's just keeping pacing the whole way back to my car. And the whole time coming out, I'm like, I'm going to come out here. There's going to be county sheriff sitting there like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
But luckily I got out. There's no one there. I jumped in my car, threw the stick, peeled out of there, and I've never gone back to that cache since. It's still
no coyotes. Coyotes
that has the blue frowny face.
Coyotes are no joke, man. I mean, I've had an encounter with a coyote as well. I was once almost over a half mile into the woods by myself, and I come across a coyote, and I'm nothing. I don't have a gun on me, and he starts circling me about maybe 100 feet around in a circle, just circling me as I'm walking. And I finally got a big ass stick, and just have it, and I just keep walking. I'm going to the cache, and I log the cache, and he followed me the whole way to back to my car, and then I went back to my car, and he followed me the whole, but didn't do anything. Just I don't know what he was probably just making sure I was getting the hell out of there. He was like, "Get out of the woods,"
Yeah, I've spotted them in the distance while caching, but I've never had one come up close. I hear them all the time where I live, catching stuff in the wee hours of the morning when we got the windows open and stuff. But
yep.
they get
kind of nasty around these parts. They've mixed with stray dogs, so
yeah. I mean, I'm
bigger, and they don't fear you at all anymore.
No fear. I mean, I saw one a month ago in the woods when I was hiding. I was hiding a couple caches. He didn't pay me any attention. He literally just kept walking. Like walked right by me. Didn't even look at me. Didn't even pay me attention. I'm like, all right, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
They are no joke, man. They recently just attacked. They were attacking people in city proper of Chicago. Remember, Jess? Those they were Chicago coyotes. You want something to mess with? Don't mess with a Chicago coyote. Like they had the cops had to shoot them down. They were like attacking children. Yeah, like they were no joke. So yeah, all right. Thank you, Shaved Walk. Great story. Pack of coyotes.
Yep.
I love a good coyote story. So good to hear from you. I'll see you at Midwest, and I'll get my path. I'll give you mine.
See you then.
You'll get one of mine too. All right, I'll talk to you. Be good, Ben.
Right there.
Hey, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We got an old friend, good friend of the show, Carrot Killer from Austin, Texas. Carrot, what's up, buddy?
What's up, gentlemen?
How you doing?
Howdy.
Doing good.
So,
howdy.
I know you got a good story for me.
I have a decent story. It goes all the way back to Thanksgiving of this year.
Okay.
My wife and I were both on, a week off of work, and we had traveled to far west Texas, and we went up to Big Bend on Thanksgiving Day. Big Bend National Park.
Sure.
So we'd set up camp inside the park, and my wife, Leslie, Lady Black Cat, she was not feeling 100% and wanted to take a nap. And I went down the Windows Trail, which I think is about 2 miles down, 2 miles back. You go down a canyon at the end, and then it's a big drop off at the end of the canyon, and people sit there and watch like the sunset is the famous thing to do there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. I sat there,
by
watched
yourself.
the sunset, take some pictures. Yes, and then it's pitch black.
Walking back.
And I had to walk the 2 miles back to camp.
How many miles?
So
2
miles.
2 miles. Okay.
So, I at least had a headlamp. That was
Okay.
good.
Okay.
But I'm probably about a half mile in, and I go around the corner, and I'm in a canyon, mind you,
Mhm.
but I come across a black bear
Oh,
face to face with my headlamp just flashing right in his face. And it's just me and him out there in the middle of the night. So
So wait, let me
backed
understand this.
up.
Wait, hold on. So it's pitch dark, in the middle of nowhere.
Yes,
You on a path with a headlamp, face to face with a black bear.
yes.
Okay.
he's saying, "Get that damn light out of my eyes."
Did he cover his eyes with his big paw? Or what?
No, he just stared at me, But I immediately backed up. I did not know what to do.
I
I was
cry.
like, there's nowhere to go. I'm stuck out here. There's only one way to go, forward or go back and just hang out here all night.
Right.
So
So
I eventually decided I just have to walk forward and go past him and hope he doesn't do anything.
you're gonna walk past a bear. Well,
Yes.
you're living to tell
I
the
didn't-
story, so obviously things were okay. So
Yeah. So I just went ahead and I quickly just walked right by, kept on going, looking behind me. And as soon as I got past, like, to where I felt like I was a safe distance, I called my wife and I was just screaming, like, I just ran into a bear. There's a bear down there.
I just went against a
But
bear and
freaking out
won.
too, like, yeah. But
Yeah,
she
just-
started, like,
Just so you know,
jogging
just so you know,
down towards
the chat room says the bear fancied him a bit of carrot cake.
me. Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So, yeah. She was running down towards me. I was headed up that way, and then we met up on the trail, maybe a quarter mile, half mile from that trailhead or something, and made it back up to the top. And I went over to the campground host just to say, hey, we ran into a
FYI.
bear down there. And they were just completely like, and?
And like you're
Completely
you're
unfazed by
shocked
it.
that it happened.
What's that?
Were they shocked that you were shocked that you met a bear?
Oh, I don't know. I was telling them, I've never seen a bear in the wild before, but they just did not seem impressed by it at all.
Huh.
And so, yeah, we went back to our camp, and it was definitely a adrenaline-filled night for me that I'm not going to forget.
So yeah, we're all friends here, Carrot. We've all shared intimate stories here. Did you poop your pants? That's okay if
Yeah.
you did. No one's judging you.
No,
'Cause
no.
Lord knows I would have pooped my pants if I went face to face with a bear.
There was no poop in the pants.
You sure? Nothing touched. Nothing
Yeah.
touched cloth. Nothing at all. It was clean the whole way. Wow, that's
No.
impressive, man. You're a better man than I because I probably would have pooped my pants.
You have to remember, I've been to war.
Touche. Touche. Yeah, you're right. I've not been to war. Yes. All right. Yes, you have seen action. So yes, I should. And God bless you for it. All right, there you go. Carrot Killer with the bear story, face to face with the bear. Thank you, sir. Always good. Always a pleasure to hear from you. We will talk soon. Thank you.
Indeed. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Hey, Chad.
Yep.
I got someone calling to give you crap, dude.
Give me
I
crap.
got California on the phone. Hello, California. 18.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
Do you know
Did you get poison oak?
No, did you? Did you got poison
No,
oak in
I
your
ate
mouth
the
from
leaf.
eating the leaf?
You ate a leaf? Why would you eat a leaf in the woods?
He eats poison
Yeah,
oak
well,
leaves.
Poison oak, it keeps it away from me.
All right. Do you have a story, or are you just calling to give Chad a hard time?
I did. Yeah. Did you see my? I posted a picture of Chad playing in the tree.
I did not see.
I saw the short video where
on the Facebook page.
yeah.
Oh, I can't look at it right now. I'm in the middle of a show here.
There's a short video of me putting our FTF back up in a tree.
Oh, I did see that. Yes. Oh, from the other day. Yes. I did see that. Yes, I did. Yes. So, do you have a story? Any story about an animal? Or you just want to?
I got all kinds of stories, and so I don't know. The guy with the headlamp and the bear. The bear should have been running the other way with his headlight. The bears are scared of you at nighttime.
Oh, really?
Well, at least they're scared of me, anyways. At least the times that I've come across them. I had 6 bears I seen in 2006, and then in 2016 I seen 6 more bears, and I was hoping for number 7, but it never appeared. So, but so every year we would do an event up in South Lake Tahoe, and they would publish 25 of caches on Saturday and 25 caches on Sunday. And I think it was Sunday, but I went out to get one of them, and I get to this spot. There's a big tree. The cache is in there. I went to grab the cache, and I looked up, and there was the bear. He was like across this ditch. And then all of a sudden, 3 babies come running out. And so there was, yeah, so it's like, there's, this ain't going to be good. But so I videotaped them, and then the babies, there's a culvert, 2-foot culvert, and the babies ran into the culvert.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, what the heck? And so they all ran in there, and then the mama, she followed them in there. I guess she went in to get them out. So then the bears, the mama comes out, and the 3 babies, they come following her, and then they start coming towards me.
Right.
And so then this other lady, she showed up to find the FTF. And so we're standing there watching them. It's at the high school in South Lake Tahoe, and there's a dumpster right there, and I'm going, oh, I see. So she's out taking her babies around to show where the dumpsters are.
Sure.
And so we're like, they were like 75 feet away when I seen them at the beginning, and then they started running. The babies ran into the trees and started climbing on the trees. And so the lady who was with me, she got scared. She said, I'm going to go get in my car. I wasn't scared of them. I mean, I was no threat to her, so she didn't. I don't even know if she seen me. Bears got bad eyesight, so I stood there, video, and I'm watching and taking pictures and stuff. And sure enough, she took them over to the dumpster, and then and the lady, she was all freaked out in her car, and they just wandered off after that. Never seen where they went, but that was my bear story.
Well, see, all the mama bear needs to do is show them where your truck is.
Right.
So, because he likes to leave food in his truck, and his truck unlocks,
Oh,
so the bears raid his truck.
Yeah.
So that's another story of his.
That's another time. So last year I was up in Tahoe. I was staying at Fort Woody's, and I forgot to lock my truck, and I left a bunch of food in my truck, and I come out the next morning, the freaking bear got into my truck. I had a bunch of junk food in here. I had those little packages of like gummy fruit things.
The bear got them?
And I had, what else? I had a bunch of ho-hos, I think it was. And yeah, the bear, he took the stuff across the street, sat down by this tree, and ate all the gummies and the ding dong or ho-hos or whatever they were.
All right, Bill.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it was crazy.
Thanks.
I mean, he opened the door. He didn't scratch my truck. You couldn't see anything, but he opened the door and got into my truck and took the stuff out and went and sat down by a tree and ate them.
You sure it wasn't like a homeless person? You sure it was a bear?
The homeless person would have been a little bit neater.
He had his fur was all over the inside of my truck.
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah,
right. No, it was a bear.
That's awesome. Bill, thanks so much for calling, buddy. We appreciate it.
Okay. I'm glad I got through this time, and I figured out what the phone number was.
Yeah, there you go. It's right here, dude. It's right on my video right there. That's all right.
I know. Well, now I'm in the position you are. I can't look at Facebook.
All right. Thanks for calling. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. You guys have a good night.
Be good.
All right.
Chad, we've got we got Plainfield, Illinois. We got Canis Minor. Canis Minor, hello.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. It's the first time calling the show. Watch you guys all the time.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a while.
I know. And then asked the other night, but it was a quick in and out for me.
Oh, okay. So what do you got for me? What story you got?
At the wedding flash. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, there are caches out in my area, south of Chicago,
Wait, hold on,
southwest
hold on.
Chicago by about an hour.
Wait, hold on. You're breaking up just a little bit. Are you on a cell phone?
Uh-oh.
Try and go to a better
I
spot.
am on a cell phone.
Try and go to a better spot. Walk over.
Let's go over here. How about now?
Let me see. Talk now. Try the story now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now you're better. Go ahead.
All right, great. So anyway, out about an hour west of Chicago, there's a cacher out here who puts out a series of puzzle caches. They're called shutter spots.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And the shutter spot cache, the icons will, they're nowhere near where you have to be for a puzzle, just like any other puzzle. But the first part of the puzzle is to find a monument or a statue or some kind of landmark that he's picked out, and you pick out some information off of it, and you solve a puzzle, and then you go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So the one comes out late at night in March. It's about 3 years ago, and it's FTF runs. It's like 10 o'clock at night. The reviewer published them really late, and I'm running out that way. So it's about a 25-minute run for me, and I make it right to where I knew where it was based off of Google Maps that I was searching while I was stopped at red lights because I wasn't using my phone while I was driving or nothing.
Of course, that's illegal in Illinois. You better not be.
Found the spot, found the info. Yeah. I knew where I was supposed to go, and where I was supposed to go, I might not have had access to it those hours, but I may have found another way. So your heart's already right?
Right, yeah.
None of us have ever done that before.
And you may or may not be in a good spot. You may or may not get FTF.
Sure, of course.
It's dark out. It's cold out.
Uh-huh.
The final location for the cache is on a piece of land, like an isthmus, between some water on one side and a creek on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
On opposite side of either bank, the banks are really steep. I'm getting close to GZ and about 3 feet from the water, and all of a sudden I hear kabloosh. What? And I got wet. What the hell? So I'm looking around, got my flashlight out, and all of a sudden that heartbeat that was already going is like in my throat now.
Sure,
at this
sure,
point, right?
sure.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Looking everywhere. I can't see anything, but I can see the ripples in the water.
Right.
What the hell is this? So I'm looking for the cache again, and this cacher has always got the same typical kind of hide, so I know kind of where to look. So my eyes are looking a little higher than normal. Second time, kaboosh!
Another one?
And I'm getting wet this time. I'm like, what in the world? So I stood there with my light off for about 10 minutes.
I would have been done. I would have been done. Right there, I'm gone. We're done. I would have said, Jesse, we're done. Let's go. We're done.
Yeah, right? Well, this is an FTF, Scott.
I'm done.
FTF,
No. Not in the middle of the woods at nights, and I'm hearing things jumping into the water. I'm done. No. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day.
So I stand there, and after about 10 minutes, I got a really bright flashlight. I'm scanning the opposite side of the bank. It's probably only 30 feet to the opposite bank.
There he goes. Okay, you're back.
I don't know what it is, but there's something moving the trees and stuff over there.
Okay.
I turn my light back off, a couple seconds. It stops. I turn my light back on, and this time I caught a boulder or like a bigger than softball sized rock in the air coming at me, landing in the water. Kabloosh!
So someone's throwing rocks at you?
Wait, I don't know what this is. I turn the lights back on. I look back over there, and I see two beady eyes looking back at me. Red as red can be.
Like the light,
now,
like flashing.
So that's not human.
I've only told this story to one other cacher.
Right.
And they can't believe what I told them. So this is the first time this is getting out in public.
Right.
Needless to say,
right.
There was close to being poop in the pants.
Oh, yeah.
At this story.
It was touching cloth. There we go.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'll tell you this. Long story short, I did find the cache. I was first to find.
You still got the cache? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I still got the cache. It's first to find, baby. I ran back to my car. I get back into my car. The first thing I do after I like have a mild grabber,
right,
was to call. I called the BFRO, and if you don't know what the BFRO is, the Bigfoot Field Research Organization. That guy called me back quick and told me that in kind of adjacent to there in Yorkville, Illinois, there have been multiple sightings or reports anyway. No Class A's like Class B, Class C reports of some kind. Honest, look it up. Look it up on the BFRO website.
Are you kidding me, dude? Get out of here.
No. And now he's gotten me convinced. To be honest, as I look, this is hilarious, right? This guy's telling me, "Oh yeah, we've had reports of bipedal hominids in the Yorkville area," and I'm like, "Are you serious right now? I can't believe I called you and you're trying to make it sound like it's legit."
Oh, and you want a lark here, and you're like,
I swear to God, I seen the boulder. But here's the thing: I saw the boulder in the air. I mean, I don't want to say boulder. It's like a softball-sized rock. You know,
right?
like
Yeah.
find like along the banks of the creek.
Someone's hucking rocks at
in
you.
the air before it hit the ground.
That's crazy,
What,
man.
what throws rocks at you?
I don't know.
Now,
What throws rocks at you?
Could it have been another cacher out there? I doubt it.
Beady eyes.
These are
I mean,
red, beady eyes.
I don't see. If I shine a flashlight at Jesse,
back with flashlight.
I don't.
It could have been a cacher, but he got it on an animal out there. His flashlight. I don't know. I this is weird. Definitely weird.
Bigfoot, huh? Bigfoot story.
I swear. I have no idea. It could have been, who knows what. Could there have been kids over there screwing around? Yeah, possibly. But in early March, that late at night, on that side of the creek, there is a park there. But I couldn't smell a campfire, like if kids were back there partying or whatever. If you were a cacher and you came from that approach to this FTF, you didn't know what you were doing.
Right.
You've been way off. And it's that late at night. I'm in a space I probably should not have been.
All right, fair enough.
But I told the owner of this, and he was like, "Are you serious right now? Get the hell out of here."
You mean there's
Here's the report here's the email from the guy from the BFRO. So, is it an animal story to go with your thing? I'm going yes.
Awesome. Canis Minor, that's a fantastic story. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. It's amazing.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for all your hard work. I appreciate listening to the show.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Peace out.
So, Chad, we've had Bigfoot on the show.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to try and beat that. We got El Rojo 14 coming in from California. El Rojo, hello, sir.
How are you guys doing?
Can you beat the Bigfoot story?
Probably not. I've been having a hard time trying to think of which one I want to tell.
You got one to tell. Come on.
No Bigfoot and Taft.
No, I haven't seen him. Trying to think. I got bears. I got coyotes. It's kind of funny, like listening to all these stories. You start to realize, oh yeah, I got a story like that.
Oh yeah, I know, totally. Yeah.
Well, we need a lion story so that I can say we had our lions, tiger snake, and bears.
I'm not sure if it was a mountain lion or a bobcat. I never got close enough to see it.
We'll count it as a mountain lion.
Jesse, how many times have we seen bobcats when we were in the woods? Out of curiosity.
You guys don't ever see bobcats?
No, we don't see bobcats. We see here, maybe. Yeah, we see. Yeah. But I've had a gun to my face. How many guns have you had put in your face when you were catching? I've had that.
Nah, it's usually the other way around.
All right, let's hear one. Give me a story.
I think I don't know. The mountain lion story is not terribly exciting. I think I'm going to tell a pit bull story.
All right, give me a pit bull story.
Just remind me of this. So back in 2017, I was trying to become the cacher with the most finds in Kern County in a day, because the Europeans come over and cheat and say they found like 350 caches in a day. There's no power trails in Kern County. It's like hard caching. You know, they're full of crap, but basically I was trying to beat the current record at the time. And so I actually started caching at midnight out in the desert, started caching at midnight, and I was going to run 24 hours. And so it was, let's see, I think it was daylight by then. And so I'm in a place called, like, I think it's by Rosamond. And so Rosamond's an interesting area. It's the high desert. There's interesting desert folk out there. And they kind of keep to themselves. And so some of this caching is kind of sketchy because, like, there's no telling if you're going to run into a meth lab or something like that. So it's 7:44 in the morning. I'm reading my right note on this cache log. I'll post a link to it on YouTube. And I see I'm getting ready to roll up to this cache. I see 2 pit bulls heading my way. And I could tell just by the way they looked, they didn't like my truck or me being there. So I kept driving, and another car was coming the other direction. It was a dirt road, and it was heading towards pit bulls, and I just kept driving. And so they kind of chased after that car. And then I flipped around, came back, and they kind of trotted real slow, like back over towards their house that they'd run maybe a quarter mile from to come out and see what the hell I wanted. And so I park and I just stay in the truck for a minute. I'm kind of watching them to see if, because basically the cache is between me and them now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a ways off, and I'm armed, so, but you don't want to shoot dogs. Like, that's a horrible thing.
Of course.
And, you just want to avoid that trouble if you can. Like, that's just not fun. Right. So, but I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. So I sit there for a second, and then one of the dogs looks over my way, sees my truck again, and here they come. They come hauling butt out there, and they're just barking like crazy. And I'm like, I'm going to be smart for once, and I'm just going to skip this. And I basically took a photo of the dogs. It's here in the log, and I could tell they meant business. And I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm just going to skip it. You don't have to find them all. Right. And so, funny thing is, later that day, my buddy Wayne, Qatar 1977, he's going to come try to help me beat this record. And so I start caching with him later in the afternoon, and we're talking. He's like, "Hey, did you run into those dogs?" And so I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't get out of the truck." He's like, "Well, I wish I would have figured that out." So here's his log. He says, "I made the walk across the desert and found the container quickly. Signed the log and started walking back to my truck. I was about 200 feet from getting back when I heard a noise behind me. The person who lives in the trailer to the southwest, about a quarter mile away, has 2 large dogs, one a pit bull, and they were charging me. I've experienced with dogs, and these dogs meant business. The large pit bull was in full attack mode. I had to make a decision of fight or flight. It's not good to run from a charging animal, but my truck was pretty close. I decided on flight. I was in trouble if he caught me, and I knew it would be close. I got to the dirt mound and almost lost my footing, but I made it over into my truck just in time. I met up with El Rojo later in the day, who had a similar problem with the 2 dogs, as he had cached the same road earlier. The container is nice, so hopefully the CO can find a better location. Just in case the CO is inactive, I'm going to send a needs archive.
Yeah.
He actually didn't even log it as found. Oh, no, he did earlier on. This is his NA log. And so this is not safe. I was unable to run. If I'd been unable to run, had it been an elderly cacher, the dog would have ripped me to shreds.
Oh, my God. Is it archived?
So, yeah, no. Actually, it's Photomom's cache. It was a Photomom cache. Anybody know who Photomom is?
I don't know who that is.
I never seen him on the show, but he's a popular Southern California cacher. Got a lot of 91,000 finds. He's pretty good dude. So he just archived it.
I would hope so. Yeah, I would feel terrible.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I saw those 2 dogs. I'm like, I don't want to screw with them things. And my buddy,
he's like,
didn't see him till they almost did him in.
Good story, man. Thanks, El Rojo. Always good to hear from you, buddy.
You guys as well. Have a wonderful evening.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, Chad.
Uh-huh.
Minnesota's calling. Minnesota. Master Sergeant USMC on hold for 33 minutes. Hey, Barry. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. How about you guys?
So you've been on hold for 33 minutes. It must be a good story.
Yeah, well, I had a couple beers along the way, so it only sounded like 5 minutes.
All right, Barry, what do you got for me?
Hey, well, thanks. You guys are doing a great job. So,
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I've listened to a couple of the stories, and, they're horrible, right? Horrible stories of Bigfoot and charging dogs and bears and all that. But I have a story of a different kind, one of kinship, partnership. One might even call it love. So some people have said love, but one might even call it that.
Okay.
last October, I think it was, I was caching here in Minnesota on a Rails to Trails path.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the things that was a train track at one time, and now it's a really long path filled with caches. And I was out trying to find a bunch of caches. This particular one hadn't been found in maybe a year and a half or so. And it was a cache that the trail had crossed a little bit of a stream, so it was under a bridge. So I had climbed under the bridge, and it had some pretty big rocks, so the erosion of the stream wouldn't mess with anything. And I'm climbing on the rocks and trying to get under the bridge, and right under the bridge, I'm kind of standing on the rocks, right under the bridge, about head high. There's 3 or 4 different lunchbox type of areas where you can see in there, and that'd be a relatively nice place for a cache.
Mm-hmm.
However, since it hadn't been found in a year and a half, it was pretty dusty, pretty sticky, kind of full with, all sorts of stuff that you had to kind of pull out to see what was in there. So I pulled the first, stick, bunch of sticks out, nothing behind there. I pulled the second part out in the second different lunchbox, nothing's in there as well. I get my hands on the third one and pull it out, and I swear it exploded with mice.
Oh.
And at that point, the story turns into a Star Wars episode. Because remember in Star Wars when the characters hit hyperdrive?
Yeah,
and you just saw all the stars flying by you left and right.
Yes.
That is what these mice were doing, because I was face first next to this thing, like 12 inches away.
Oh.
So I had a mouse left of my head. I had a mouse go right of my head. A couple others hit me around. But the second part of the Star Wars story, one of these mice went straight tractor beam. And I saw him from like 18 inches away, and time slowed down to a crawl, and our eyes locked together, and he's slowly coming toward me, and I'm like, cannot move. And you know me, I'm not a scaredy cat. I was in the Marines for a long time, so I'm not scared, but this thing is coming right at me, eyes to eyes, like kinship in its best.
Right.
And I swear that thing planted a kiss on my lips, and stayed there for a second, and meant it before it fell down into the rocks. And it made me pause for a second, right? I didn't fall back, thankfully, on the rocks, because there's some pretty big rocks and stuff. But as I looked down, like all the mice were gone. And I swear, when I say mice explode, there must have been like 20 mice in this thing. But as I looked down, they've all scattered within the rocks. And I'll give it my best shot. I'm going to crawl down there, see if I could see them running anymore. They're already gone.
Right.
But I did not see any. Didn't find the guy that put one on my lips.
Oh, God.
And after all that, I could not find the geocache. I got a DNF after all. But I did get a good smooch animal encounter. And that is my story for today. An animal encounter love story.
A mouse smooch. Very nice.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty gross, dude. You probably got rabies.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Hey, I might have been the one that started this virus.
You're patient freaking zero.
I'm patient zero. Anyway, guys, that's my story. You guys are doing a great job. I know you're running up on the clock. So
Yes, Barry. Always
shorten it.
good to hear from you, pal. We'll talk soon. All right.
All right.
Talk
Have
to
a good
you.
one.
Bye. All right, Chad, we've got Iowa on the line. Iowa, Swan Man. Iowa, hello.
Hello. How are
Hello.
you?
Also from Art and Crafted. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show, sir.
You're welcome. Well, my story isn't anywhere as extravagant as the previous, but I starts off with the previous cache when I found my very first geocoin in a cache, and I had replaced it elsewhere. My wife and I had planned a trip, and that particular geocoin wanted to go to Europe, and we were going to go to Germany. So I was going back to this cache to get that coin. And when I got out of the car, I'm walking into the woods, and it's a nice, beautiful summer day,
and you hear birds chirping like usual, and all I hear is my footsteps. And I'm walking towards the cache, and I get to where it's supposed to be at, and I'm looking, and I can't find it. It's supposed to be a big old ammo can. And I stop, and I hear some rustling in the background behind me. And I look around, and I don't see anything. Absolutely nothing. So I go back to what I'm looking for, and I'm searching around. I start walking around some more, and the rustling gets louder and louder as I'm walking to a different tree to search around where this ammo can's supposed to be at. And so I stop and I listen again, and the rustling gets louder and louder and louder. And I look and I find where the rustling is coming from, and I walk over to it, and I find beehive remnants scattered all over the place. Bees all over the place, just fluttering aimlessly, like they have no idea where they're going.
Right.
And I see under the leaves a black and white pattern of fur under all the leaves and tree under the leaves that he kicked up.
No.
And there was a skunk had dug up a bee's nest that was underground.
Oh God.
And I took a couple. I know, and I took a couple pictures. And I'm like, oh, no. And then he stopped, and I stopped, and he looked at me, and he ducked his head back into the bee's nest. Right as he stuck his head back down in the ground, he turned around and turned his tail at me.
No,
and
go.
I turned my tail and went the other direction.
Go, run.
Good thing I was out of range when that thing went off.
Oh, I locked eye.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never locked eye with a skunk. Me and Cody once walked right past the skunk. I was like, oh my God. I like saw it out of the corner of my eye. Like, I don't know how it didn't get sprayed. So you didn't get sprayed at all?
No.
Oh, you lucky dog.
I didn't get sprayed at all. I got away. You lucky you made it past him.
Oh man. Yeah,
but
that's the worst.
That's my story.
We once had a dead skunk underneath our Jesse and I once had a dead skunk underneath our porch.
That is the worst smell ever. Dead animal is awful, and skunk is awful.
But
and guess what? Combined,
it will
even
keep you around
worse.
forever.
The worst.
Yeah, I had one waddle past me once when I was. It's like something like I stood still and I just let it keep on waddling down the path and get past me. It's like, oh, thank God, because you don't want to be sprayed by one of those.
No, God, no. All right, Swan Man, thank you so much, buddy. It's a good call. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right, Chad, we got one more call here. We got closing out the night because it already is 9:40. We've got old friend of the show, Wheels. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How you doing, Brett?
So I'm doing well. Thanks for all the FTS last night.
Yeah, I've been putting catches out like crazy, so I'm glad I could help.
I know. I got 4 of your FTS out of the last 5 you placed up there.
I know. Well, I just put one out tonight. You didn't go for that one?
It didn't post tonight.
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Yes, it did. No one's even gotten it. No one's even gotten it yet.
It's not on the same trail.
It's not even in the woods, dude. It's in a park.
I know.
It's not even in the woods.
Oh no, I did see that one. You didn't see my text. That was a nice job of backfilling a DL.
Oh yeah, yes. I did see that text. You're right.
Yeah, I recognized the park as soon as I looked it up. You're right.
So you are anchoring the show here. What's the you got a good story for me?
Sweet. Well, I've got a couple, but I will admit right now, and I said to Jesse when I got on the phone, was there's no way I'm going to win this because these stories are awesome.
Thank you.
So, and here Clyde, Canis Minor telling his Bigfoot story was classic. So that was brilliant. And as I've been listening, I've been like, oh yeah, I got a good skunk story. I got lots of coyote stories, but two that came to mind, I'll throw one out really fast. One was that this was pretty early on in cat, probably is no more than maybe 2 years into the world of caching. And I was walking solo. It's funny how many of all these stories are solo. You're out there going to be knocked over and eaten by an animal.
Right.
Nobody will ever know you're out there. Just urban stuff. So walking through the woods by myself, and I swear to God, this German Shepherd, probably at the shoulders, was at my hip. was flying through the woods, 100 miles an hour, straight past me.
Really?
Now, of course, I freeze when I see him. I'm like, oh my God, he's not coming after me, right? He runs right past me. And I kind of paused for a second. I took about 3 more steps. I went, oh, what's chasing that thing? And, it kind of changes perspective when you start thinking, what's chasing a German Shepherd? And I never did see anything, but it was that one pause moment where then I started looking around going, where is the nearest climbable tree just in case?
Well, bears can
something
climb
larger
trees.
What's that?
Bears can climb trees.
Well, being that I was in the Chicago metropolitan area, I was not really overly concerned about
Oh, yeah.
bear.
Okay, there's no bear there. Yeah. Then
No.
what the hell's chasing a dog in Chicago? What's chasing what the heck's chasing a German Shepherd?
I don't know, but that dog was going like absolutely top speed. Never even looked at me as far as I could tell. It just went right. I mean, within 15 feet of me, it ran right past me and kept going.
Okay, nice.
So, and the reason I thought about the second one was one, because Clyde's talking about the water splashing, and then the fact that I was calling you. I don't know if you remember this one.
I do.
Was in,
as soon as you said that, I remembered
right
it. Yes, I remember the story. Yes.
River Road, right?
Yes.
It was an FTF right off of like River and like Lawrence or something like that, in the woods right next to the river. And I had just found the cache. I was probably searching good 10 minutes, and I finally found the cache right along the river there, and I called you to tell you that I found the cache. And just as I'm signing it and putting it back, there's a giant splash within 10 feet of me. And my heart jumped through my throat. Oh, yeah. And you remember, I was like, whoa, what the?
He was terrified.
That?
Yeah,
And
you were
I'm
terrified.
like,
Yeah,
get the container back in the tree. And, huh?
You were terrified.
I was terrified. I had
Yeah.
no idea what was going on. I mean, I still to this day have no idea what that was. Obviously, it was Bigfoot. I didn't realize that, but I'm assuming I startled a raccoon up a tree, and he finally just bailed out on me or something. But I didn't see anything. So, but yeah, that was crazy. And I just remember, I remember that one as Clyde was telling his story and getting ready to talk to you guys. So
yes, I remember that story very well.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
So
Well, thank you, sir.
Those are mine. Yeah. So good fun.
Gotta love animal stories, man. Animal encounters is just a great story. Almost everybody's had them if you've cached long enough.
Truly.
Oh, absolutely. All right. So thank you so much for calling in, Brett. We appreciate it very much. And we'll talk to you
have a
soon.
good evening.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thanks.
All right. Cheers.
Jesse.
Yes.
Give us your best story.
I don't have any really good stories.
Yes, you do. You got a whole line here of.
Yeah, but those are like, I got chased by a goose. Everybody gets chased by a goose. We came across a dead cow one time. We went to find a cache it was an ammo can at the entrance to somebody's dairy farm. And I'm like, oh, look, all the cows are right here. And so I go over and start looking at the cows and realize there's a giant dead cow laying right in the middle of all of the other cows.
Yeah. Dead cows were not pretty.
Yeah.
Chad, what about you?
I'm going to go with my double snake day.
Oh,
so,
yes.
We were out, there's probably about 15 to 20 of us out caching, trying to do this geo art. And I decided to go off to grab another cache that wasn't part of the geo art with a couple other people. And I start crossing a log that's over a creek, and it's about 40 degrees out. So it's not very warm. It's actually freezing for Houston at that time. And I see a copperhead at the other end of the log.
I'd be done.
And I stop, and then I don't know about you, but if I stop on a log, my balance is shit. I need to keep going forward. So, I wiggle and I decided I'm either going to fall in or I'm going to jump in the water. So I jumped straight into the water, and then I went ahead and went around it and got the cache, and the copperhead was gone by the time I got back, and so I crossed the log normally, but a little bit soaked. And then about probably an hour later, I'm in the lead at this point, and we're got about 15 to 20 cachers behind me, and following this more or less a deer or deer path or something like that to try to get to the next cache. It's all brambles and stuff in this park, and then when I'm going, I spot a snake, and the snake's not moving, and I recognize its pattern. It's a friggin' cottonmouth. Well, cottonmouths, they don't move. They wait till you come up upon them, and if you get close enough, they strike. And it's like I'm like, whoa, 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 stop! And people are just talking, and then I said snake, and then all of a sudden everyone stops. It's like, yeah, there's a cottonmouth about 10 feet over there. We're in front of me on the path. We're gonna walk around, and we gave it a wide berth. So that was probably my most interesting encounter day.
I don't know what I would do if I came face to face with a cottonmouth or what was the other one? A
Copperhead.
Forget it. We'd be done for the day, Brown.
Yep.
All right, guys. We've heard some fantastic stories tonight, but now is the hardest time, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We've got geocacher Ken from Canada with the goose chase. We've got Chuck's crew, right? Bear in a tree. We've got Craig with the tiger snake. We've got Shaved Ewok with the pack of coyotes. We got Carrot Killer with the face-to-face with the bear. We got the A-Team, the bear story with cubs in the truck, or bear in a truck. We've got the Canis Minor, Eyes at Night, Bigfoot. And I've got a Rojo, a pit bull. I've got Master Sergeant, USMC, with Kiss on a Mouse. We've got Blonde Man with a skunk. We got Wheels 00 with a water sound / Bigfoot maybe story. Chad, what say you?
Okay, so I didn't hear all that because I froze up. I got through the first 3 or 4, but but I know all the stories. So I got 3 favorites here.
3 favorites.
And there's See My Seashells, Tiger Snake Stepped On.
Okay.
There's the was it Canis
Minor.
Canis Minor, FTF, BDI, Bigfoot, and Master Sergeant's Mouse Explosion / Tractor Beam Mouse Kiss. I mean that for a story, it's not the scariest encounter by any means, but for a story, it's got to be that one's got to be my favorite story.
Okay, Jess, you didn't hear any of.
I missed the first. Yeah, I missed the first few, so not fair for me to chime in.
I've got Canis Minor. I've got Canis Minor, and I've got the Mouse Smooch. I mean, where else are you going to go with those? I think those are the 2, but the question is, which one's going to win, Chad?
Ask the chat room.
The smooching mouse or the Bigfoot? Chat room. I'll give you guys 10 seconds because I know it takes. I got a gap here. What do you think? Is it the mouse smooch or is it the? Did you have mouse smooch and you had Canis Minor and the mouse smooch?
Yes, I had both of those.
Guys, who do you think? What do you guys think?
While they're voting, I'll tell a quick story.
Okay, go ahead.
Scott and I were way down in southern Illinois one time, and we stopped on the side of a road to grab a cache in a pine tree. Okay. And as I'm searching, I'm hearing meow, 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 and there's a cat up in the tree, stuck up in the top of the tree. So of course, as I stand there, he realizes he can get down and jump down onto me. So now I have this cat, and this cat is like all over me and really cuddly and snuggly and wanted to go home with us. And I was really sad because I had to leave it there.
Yeah. It's funny because the funniest part is that I don't want to swear, but so I won't swear. But I look at the cat. She picks up the cat, holds it, and goes, "Oh." I go, "Oh, f, we're cat owners now."
We had to leave it behind.
I mean, it was this kitty cat stuck in a tree, and just like she carried it down, like it literally came to Jesse, like came to her and was meowing. Oh, it was the cutest thing.
He was so cute.
We were like, we couldn't take the cat. We had a whole day of cashing
No.
out of us. Okay, hold on. I'm doing numbers here, so hold on a second.
I think I'm seeing 10 to 8 on mouse.
Mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, they're like tied. I got tied.
All right.
There's another big.
Are they tied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wait, hold on. Come on, guys, keep going.
We need some more votes.
Yeah. Come on, let's give me more votes here. Because
I did hear those two. If it's between those two,
I'm gonna go. The better story. What made me laugh was Bigfoot, so I'm gonna go Bigfoot. Bigfoot made me laugh harder. I thought it was the better story.
I'm going mouse smooch.
Good Lord.
It made me laugh more. Like I said, they're both great stories.
Jesse, what do you think? You literally might be the.
Did you hear both of those?
She heard them both. Wait, I got more coming in here.
I did hear both of them. I could lie and say no. Wait, we have more voters.
Mouse, Bigfoot. Oh my God. Okay.
Are people voting again?
They're still tied.
9, 10. 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm seeing a couple.
I'm seeing Adam Dimshire voting multiple times here. We got some voter fraud going on.
Oh, he is totally voting more than one time. Oh wait, Ian says Scott was cracking up at the mouse story. Yes, I was. All right, Chad, do you want the mouse story?
Yeah.
Jesse, what do you?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to break the tie.
All right,
Go ahead, Jesse.
I think I gotta go with the mouse story.
Oh, the mouse story. Okay, fair enough. Here you go. All right, so congratulations, USMC, Master Sergeant USMC. The mouse kiss wins. Congratulations, buddy.
Maybe we can come up with a second place.
Oh no, we've got a
prize.
second place. Don't worry. What's your third place, Chad? We got a second place and a third place. Get better. So
My third place was the See My Shells
I'll give you that
Tiger
one.
Snake.
Absolutely,
Huh?
I agree with that completely. Yes, the Tigers wins it. All right, so Jesse, first place goes to us, but send all the others with second and third to Jim, please. So guys, congratulations.
Who was
guys.
number 3? Craig.
Number 3 is Craig.
Got it.
So USMC, congratulations, buddy. You win the big prize. If you are not a member of Project GC, you are now, and if not, you get an extra year for free, pal. So,
And I want to give a shout out to CJ Fish Music and the Bardinis, who are listeners of our show, who wrote excellent logs on my cache that they found on Leap Day.
Awesome.
Okay. Ian says next time let's see the tiebreaker rules at the front of the show. Well, that's the beauty of this, is that it's our show and we can make up the tiebreaker rules. That's part of having this show be ours. All right, so Barry, congratulations, you win the big one here, and congratulations to Craig and to who was the other one? Candace Miner, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
To Clyde. Yep.
All
And
right.
thanks to Practical Geocaching
And
for
thank the Practical Geocaching for
all of the
sponsoring
donations.
those.
Yep.
There you go. Here, he's putting them in right now. Second prize, a Stealth Official Geocache labels. That's the second prize. A third prize, 1-inch round official geocache stickers. There you go. And what does everybody else get, Jim? Just out of curiosity. I'll let him do that. In the meantime, Chad, next week's show. Next week's show, guys. I haven't been made known. I have not had it made known here. Did I say that correctly? I think so. But need a follow-up show. More stories need to be told. All right, we can do that. We can have a 2. I'll add it to the list. Next week, guys, I have not let it be known here, but believe it or not, I also got a Adventure Lab cache, Chad. Did I tell you?
Congratulations.
I did. I got one last week. So I already know what I'm doing with it. I know.
Yeah, you mentioned it because I remember saying you're going to put something up by the bean.
No, I'm going to Wrigley, man.
On the Wrigley.
Wrigley Field. So Wrigley Field soon will have a Adventure Lab, kids.
Okay.
So yeah, so Jesse has one as well. Jesse also has an adventure lab, so we both got one. Crazy as that sounds.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So, for everybody else gets a pocket cache repair kit, by the way, from Jim. So thank you, Jim. You're amazing. Thank you to Project Geocaching. So Chad, with that being said, next week's show, because I don't know what I'm doing. Jesse don't know what she's doing. So next week, let's discuss Adventure Labs, Chad. That's
Mhm.
next week's show. We're discussing Adventure Labs, and we're going to bring on the show's good friend, Mr. On a Boat's going to be here for the entire show talking Adventure Labs. So that's next week's show, kids, discussing Adventure Labs. It's going to be fun because I don't know what I'm doing here. So we're going to figure it out together. So, Chad, always a pleasure. Jesse, always a pleasure. Jesse working tonight. Jesse, good job.
That was a lot of calls, so that was awesome.
You took
Didn't get
tonight.
didn't get much knitting done.
No, that's all right. I'd rather take the calls.
How many
They-
rows did you get done tonight, Brown?
I think about it. No, 10 or 12.
Nice. All right, guys. So that is the show next week. Is Let's Talk Adventure Labs with On a Boat. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you so much. Let's close out the show here. Let me get my show notes ready. There we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it truly helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click that subscribe or get notified button so you know when we actually go live. You got to click that button. Hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Huts Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make that purchase, you make sure to tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. So we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. And in the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. We're clear, Chad.
Awesome.
All right,
Sure.
guys. You guys were awesome tonight in the chat room and all the calls. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. That might have been a record number of calls too. That was awesome, guys. Good, great stories. Yeah, might have to do a
Mhm.
keep on that one. That one got a lot of calls. Nobody's got a handle on stories, man. Everyone's got the stories. So congratulations to who won? To Barry. Congratulations to Barry. We will get you the information on that. Wait, Scott, I don't know if I can handle talking about Wrigley Field too much next week after everything your turd team did to my Indians. And yeah, that's right. Weren't you up 3-1, Ian, in the World Series, if I recall correctly? It's a shame we weren't friends then, because I would have roasted you every day. So yeah, we weren't friends back then. Yeah, guys. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations to Barry. And we will talk to you guys next week with On a Boat discussing Adventure Labs. Going to be fun. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye bye.